Hello, Via Zone. This is where we review Asian entertainment. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell. And if you've already done that, thank you so much. Okay, so today we're going to be reviewing a Korean series. It is on Viki. It's 20 episodes long, 2014, and it's called Healer. Now, in this series, I didn't know originally if I was going to watch it just because the title, I kept thinking, oh, is this guy going to be healing people through it? What's going on? Why is he, does he need to be healed? I just didn't know. So I watched the trailer and I thought, it seems pretty interesting. I think I'm going to go for it. And I'm glad I did because I thought it was a pretty interesting series. Now, what happens is the main actor, you'll see him here. They call him a healer, but they also call him an errand boy because what he does is he goes around and saves people from their situation. So he's kind of like a hired person, saves the day, and then goes on to the next person. Now, he does have a quote secret handler that sends him to all these different saving times. You never really see her, you hear her a lot. But eventually they do kind of start showing her in the series. And she's been in a lot of Korean series, and I do like her. So I'm kind of glad they did pick her. But she's kind of behind the scenes running all the computers, doing all the searches, finding out information, make sure all the cameras are, faced in the right direction. She's just kind of like behind the scenes for him. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of the American movies and American series with this whole spy thing. But I kind of like the take that they took on this. Now, he, of course, gets contracted to save these people. Well, he ends up meeting this young girl, and you'll see her here. She, of course, has been in a lot of series too, and I like her. It was just a little off for me because she had short hair in this series, and I kind of felt like I had to keep growing myself onto her character. It wasn't just a natural thing. Maybe just because her hair was short. I don't know. I felt like I needed to grow with her while I was watching the series. But anyways, he of course meets her and eventually has to start protecting her because there's this big, huge conglomerate organization that's trying to take over everything, and they're so corrupt and all this stuff is happening. Well, the backstory is really interesting because they knew each other, of course, when they were young, and that all comes out in the show. I like how they keep going back and forth from, of course, the past to the present. Now, there's a gang of guys that are together. They're kind of photographers and they're also writing for a newspaper. And they show the younger version of them. And then, of course, they show them now in the series. And I thought they did a really great job at the younger version of them. Whoever picked the actors to play the younger version was kind of like knew exactly what to do to make it look like that was them. So I thought they did a really good job there. The filming is a little older in the writing and the photography only because it's a 2014 series. But I thought, for actually 214, they did a pretty good job. I like how the healer was constantly in and out of these different fights. He had these cool effects. He had these glasses that could do all kinds of things. He had gadgets like you wouldn't believe. He had this ring. He had a watch. He just had all these special effects that really kind of aided him in helping people. And I thought that was really interesting. I think also the dad story of the girl was interesting. He has ex-cons running this coffee house with him, which I thought was kind of an interesting take. I love how they bring the past in and use it for the good for the series. I loved how the ending actually took place. I know a lot of times the endings are kind of, okay, yeah, we know they're going to get together, but this one was action packed. So I really, really enjoyed that. I liked how the interaction with the handler on the phone with the spy, I thought that was all done really well. The only thing that I just don't understand, and maybe it's just budget reasons, is a lot of times when the Koreans have inside scenes, you can still see their breath. So I don't know if they just don't have money for heat in the buildings that they're using, but I just think it's odd that, you're inside a coffee house or you're inside an apartment and you can still see their breath. So I think they really need to work on that because it just kind of throws you off a little bit. Like, why are they showing their breath? I just don't understand that at all. There's a lot of scary parts. There's a lot of interesting parts that go on in the series. I like how They continue to wrap everything in a really nice bow. If you've got time, definitely watch it. I think it's worth it. I think they've got a lot going on that would interest you. The two main actors have been, of course, in other series, so you'll probably recognize them. It definitely is that spy feel to it. So if you like spy movies or spy series, you'll probably enjoy it. Again, it's on Viki. It's a 2014 series. It's called Healer, and if you have a chance, take some time and watch it. Until next time.